I was enjoying a coffee and checking out the latest on Unreal Engine. There's so much going on in the world of AI right now, and we are all expecting big leaps in mocap tech. Then I came across this software, Dollars Mocap. What they offer really caught my attention. Real-time, full-body motion capture using just a webcam. And when I say full-body, I mean it covers everything, your face, fingers, and the rest of your body. I like the idea because it could be super handy for a lot of people, so I sent an email to the team behind Dollars Mocap to ask if I could access the full version to make a review video. They got back to me super quick saying, of course you can do it, so here we are. Hey everyone, this is Düzgen and today we are diving into Dollars Mocap Mono. It's a tool that lets you do mocap in Unreal Engine in real time using just a webcam. I'll give you my honest review. This is not a free software, but there's a trial version you can try. And also there's a sample Unreal Engine project that's fully set up and ready to go. They have already done all the setup for connections, blueprint, and all that boring skeleton targeting stuff. Just download Dollars Mocap and the sample project, that's it. For download links, check the description. Now, let's get started and take a look at the sample project. Okay, so here we go. I opened the sample project and I'm starting the simulation right now. As you can see, the real-time facial capture is working. Finger capture is looking good. And the body capture is working too. I should say finger capture is surprisingly good. And I can do a wide variety of hand movements. Right now I'm using Dollars Mocap Mono in what we call upper body mode, kind of like a desk mode. It's focusing just on my upper body. We're gonna take a closer look at this mode in detail. And also in the sample project we are using this Metahuman, which is also pointing me. But you can also use different Metahumans, which I'm gonna show you shortly. Let's take a look at the Dollars Mocap features now. So this camera icon here opens up the video options where we choose our source. The source can be our camera or video file. In my experiments, I notice video files tend to be more stable, and I want to show you how it works. Let's select a video file. And as you see right now, the Metahuman is mimicking the movements from the video in real time. And this is another example. This is where we select our camera. It could be a simple webcam, a high-budget camera, or another option to connect your smartphone to your PC and use it as a camera. There are a lot of apps for this, both on Android and iPhone. Just check out Google Play or the iOS Store. I used an app called iVcam to test my iPhone 12, and it works well. For now, I'm sticking with my webcam. Hi again. And over here we have a background setting. This is a mask mode. And this is hide mode. Okay, let's talk about the mocap modes. Dollars Mocap offers on 3 different mocap modes: upper body mode, jump mode, and ground mode. Let's see how each one works and when to use them. This is upper body mode. In this mode, movements of your upper body are captured while your lower body is ignored. It's ideal for scenarios where you don't need to capture leg movements, like when you are sitting or if your project is only focused on the upper body. Perfect choice for streamers. And the next we have jump mode. In this mode, changes in your waist position will be interpreted as changes in height, allowing for actions such as jumping and crouching. However, keep in mind, moving forward or backward isn't possible in this mode. Next one is ground mode. In ground mode, changes in your waist position will be interpreted as changes in position on the ground, allowing for actions such as moving forward or backward. So if you are walking, running, this is your go-to mode. Just remember, jumping is not an option here. Understanding the differences and selecting right mode is super important for capturing your movements accurately. Using the wrong one might make it less accurate and miss the action you're trying to capture. For more in-depth details, you can check out Dollars Mocap documentation. Alright, let's take a look at the facial capture. First things first, you need to make calibration. This will help to improve the accuracy. Relax your face, look straight ahead, and there you go. You can easily adjust the strength of your facial expressions with the slider on the right side, just like I did. If lighting angles or glasses affect the eye gaze capture, you can fix this. If you are looking for a completely free alternative for facial capture, Dollars Mocap offers another software, and it's Dollars EGAO. It includes all the compressive facial capture features of Mono. Check this out. And we have target IP. This is the IP address where the motion data is being sent. By default, it's set to localhost, which means the data is streamed to the same machine running the software. If you are streaming to another device or system, you will change this to respective IP address. Here on the screen you can see the settings arranged for the platforms you might use: Unity, Unreal Engine, Virdamate, and iClone. They are all set up and ready to go. There is no need to change anything. This checkbox right here confirms that your motion capture data is all set to stream directly into Unreal Engine. Let's talk about the sensitivity. This feature is controlled with a slider that can be adjusted between two modes, sensitive and steady. When you set the slider to sensitive, the software becomes highly responsive even the smallest movements. This is ideal when your animation needs to capture detailed actions, but keep in mind, especially if you are doing real-time mocap, this might make your animations a bit jittery because it's trying to pick up every movement. Now, if you turn it to steady, the software will focus on the larger, more obvious movements. This is ideal when you want your animation to appear smooth and unaffected by jitteriness. In summary, if you're aiming for high detail, go for sensitive. But if you prefer a cleaner, more stable animation, especially for larger actions, steady is your go-to choice. I couldn't find specific details on this. I think it might function similarly to sensitivity, so we can skip this. Alright guys, the time has come. Let's move on to Unreal Engine and see how we can use your own Metahumans. First things first, there are three things we need to download from Dollars Mocap's website: Dollars Mocap Mono, the Unreal Engine plugin, and the control rig for UE Metahuman. Okay, I have opened up a blank project and added my Metahuman to the scene. You might see warning like this pop up. Make sure enable them all. We need to check two plugins, so open the plugins and enable these plugins: Control Rig and OSC. Save all and then close Unreal Engine for now. Okay guys, this setup is pretty important, so let's focus. Find your project in the library, right click and select Show in Folder, and click on Content. This folder right here is where our Unreal Engine project is located. And these are the three files we just downloaded from Dollars Mocap website. The first thing I need to do is copy the $_Metahuman folder right here. Now for the second step, click into Dollars markerless UE folder and copy that Dollars folder, then paste it here. Okay, I'm not copying the entire Dollars markerless UE folder, just the Dollars folder inside, right? If you make a mistake here, you will likely receive an error message like this. So be careful with this little but important step. Okay, let's open the Dollars Mocap Mono, select your camera, and check Unreal Engine is on. Now we can back to our project. Let's go to Content and find the $_Metahuman folder and double click on the Metahuman blueprint. Click Yes and select the Metahuman based skeleton. Okay, let's open the Metahuman blueprint. Click on Class Settings, and in the Details view, find the parent class and choose BP Dollars Mocap Actor. Then click on Body, find the Animation mode, and select Use Animation Blueprint. Switch the Anim class to $_Metahuman, and we are done here. Compile and save. Now let's head to Content, then Dollars, Blueprints, and drag the BP Dollars receiver to the scene. Click on the Metahuman, find the Dollars receiver in the Details, and select the Dollars receiver. And that's all. Hit the play and our real-time Metahuman motion capture is ready to go. As you can see, our body motion capture is working, but our facial capture is not just yet. At this point, if you have an iPhone, you can use Live Link for facial capture. The body and face animations will work together. Setting up facial capture for webcam requires some blueprint work. Don't worry, keep watching. It's a simple workflow and I'll explain it in easy to understand way. Alright, let's get started. Okay, head over to content and search for Metahuman_base. Click on the one that says Dollars Metahuman base. This will bring up a new screen, and here go and click on the event graph, but leave it open. We'll come back to it. Now back to the content browser, search for face anim and click on the face animation blueprint. Now we've got two event graphs open, $_Metahuman and face anim graph. I'm jumping over to the $Metahumans event graph. What we are looking for here is two variables, and these are $Mocap actor and owner. I'm gonna copy and paste them one by one to the face anim event graph. Okay, in the next step, I copied these nodes right here and connected to begin play. And also I copied this function. Pay attention here. I'm adding a sequence node and connected the nodes like this. Let's save it, and okay, we are done with the event graphs. And now I'm opening the animation graphs of face anim blueprint. I'm gonna break these connections here because they are related to live link and ARKit nodes, and we don't need them our workflow. Okay, I'll drag $Mocap actor variable here. Let's break it, expand the list, and find the face data. Let's break the structure again. Now we can see the facial capture data here. Let's add a modified curve node. Click on source pose, and in the add curve pin option, you can see all the curves containing poses and morph targets. I'm gonna start by adding the eyeballing left curve. And we connect this node to where the ARKit node was previously connected. Okay, if we go back to the scene and hit play, we should be able to see our facial capture is working. Let's adjust the string. Okay, it's just a left eyeballing. That's because we have only set up for left eyeballing pose. Let's add the other poses one by one. We can ignore the Tangent node. And the final step, don't forget to check this. The modified curve node has a mode option that needs to be set to blend. Okay guys, we are all set now. Let's hit play. And as you can see, everything is up and running. Facial capture is working. Finger capture is looking good, and this is full body motion capture with just a webcam. Let's take a closer look at the face. Not perfect, but it's looking good. Let's try a video file to see how it works. And this is real-time mocap from a video file. Okay, it's time to conclusion. Dollars Mocap offers an effective solution for full-body real-time motion capture. There are some noticeable issues. For instance, when you are doing real-time motion capture with Metahuman, the output can be somewhat jittery. So I'm not saying it's perfect, but it works fine overall. For complex animation and motion capture scenarios, there might be some limitations, but for basic activities like VTuber streaming while syncing, it performs well. I've noticed more consistent results when using motion capture with video files, and also it's worth mentioning that I run this software on a pretty beefy setup, and here's my setup. I mean, this software processes video input to capture motion, so having a good GPU and CPU is crucial. And keep in mind that Metahuman models are pretty heavy, so if your computer isn't powerful, you might not get the best result with real-time Metahuman motion capture. If you are aiming for top-notch motion capture quality, you'll need to invest a good amount in mocap suites. We are talking thousands of dollars. Plus there are monthly fees for the software, which means it can get pretty expensive. So, considering the Dollars Mocap price tag of $99, I think it's worth the price. If it were priced around $60, $70, it will be an even better deal. If you are interested, I'd recommend starting with the free version to see if it meets your expectations. If it does, you might then consider buying the full version. If you have any questions or thoughts, feel free to leave a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.